Alright class, in this video I will show you how to do number 4 on your chapter 5 apply homework. So for this question we're given a demand curve and we need to look for the elasticity of each segment of the demand curve. So I like to use Excel software. Now for you guys, you can use whatever you want. You can use your calculator, you can do it on some paper, but you can also do this in Excel with me. The reason why I like Excel, because for Excel, every time you put a formula in there, it will keep the formula for you. So if you do make a mistake anywhere, you can always go back and check it. Okay, so let's get started. Now this is the table set up before I start video. So we have the between x and y, the between wx, and then between y and z. And then for the first column, we're gonna have the change in price. Second column will be the average of prices. The third column will be the percentage change in price. The fourth column is our change in quantity, and then next is our average of quantity, and then after that will be our percentage change in quantity, and last one is our elasticity. So all this information we need to calculate our elasticity. So let's start with the first one. So between x and y, between wx. So at point w, our price is at 280, and then quantity is at 2. So changing price from w to x. So at w, price is 280. At x, your price is 180. So the change in price is just equals to your 280 minus 180, and they just give you 100. And then your average of prices, we're going to look for the average between the price of w and x. So let's do equal sign. Let's do 280 plus 180, which is the price at point x, and then divided by 2. So 230, that will be the average of your prices. And then the percentage change in price, this we're going to use our change in price, which is 180, means 100, divided by the average of prices, so 230. So percentage change about 0.4347. And let's do the same thing for x and y. So between x and y, at x our price is 180, at y our price is 140. So the change in price is equal to 180 minus 140. That give you 440. And then the average in prices, we're going to do 180 plus 140, and then divided by 2. That's going to be 160. And then the percentage change in price, the same formula. We're going to use our change in price, which is 40, divided by the average of prices, 160. They give you 0.25. And then next, between y and z, so at point y our price is 140, at point z our price is 40. So the change in price, we're going to do equal sign, 140 minus 40, they give you 100. And then for the average of prices, so again start with the equal sign, so 140 plus 40, and then parenthesis close and divided by 2. And then enter, that give you 90. And then the percentage change in price, so this will equals to 100 divided by 90. And the answer should be 1.11111. Now let's do the quantity section. So for changing quantity from w to x, so at x our quantity is 28, at w our quantity is 8. So the changing quantity now it doesn't matter which one you pick your point. You can pick your w first, you can pick your x first. Your answer might be negative, but remember, once we do the elasticity, it doesn't matter what the sign is, because we're looking for the absolute value. So right now, just ignore the sign. So the changing quantity, let's go from x to w. That way, it can still stay positive. So we're going to do 28 minus 8. That's the quantity at point w. So quantity will be 20, and then the average of quantities, that will be 28 plus 8 divided by 2. That's going to be 18. And then your changing quantity will be your percentage changing quantity. That will be changing quantity divided by average of quantity. So that's going to be 1.11. And then next from x to y. So from x to y, our changing quantity, we're going to change from 28 to 36 or 36 to 28. So equal sign 36 minus 28. That will give you 8. And then the average of quantities, that will be 36 plus 28. And then divided by 2. Answer will be 32. And then our changing quantity, this percentage changing quantity, will be the changing quantity divided by the average of quantity. So that will give a 0.25. And the last one, the change from y to z. So we're going to change our quantity from 36 to 56. So let's do 56 minus 36. That should be 20. And then the average of quantities, that will be 36 plus 56. And then divided by 2, it's going to be 46. So the percentage change in quantity is just going to be 20 divided by 46. And the answer is going to be 0.434782. And the last step looking for elasticity. So the formula for elasticity is your percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. So let's open our Excel to the full screen. So between x and w, the elasticity so equals to our percentage change. Let me make it smaller so you can see the whole screen. There. So for elasticity, we're going to do equal sign, the percentage change in quantity, which is 1.111, divided by the percentage change in price, which is 0.4347. The answer will be 2.55. And then for the next one, between x and y, we're going to do 0.25 divided by 0.25. The answer is going to be 1. And then for the last one, between x and z, between y and z, we're going to do equal sign, and then the 0.4347 divided by 1.111, and the answer is going to be 0.3913. So this is the answer for now, and let's fill the questions for Applia. So now it's asking for you to fill this table over here. So between these three segments, which one is elastic, which one is inelastic, and which one is unelastic. So if you remember that every time your elasticity is more than 1, we call it elastic. So from this three elasticity over here, the only one that's more than 1 is the first one. So first one, which is from W to X. So from W to X, we call this elastic. And then if it's less than 1, we call it inelastic. So the only answer that's less than 1 is the last one over here. So the 0.3913, that's less than 1. Therefore, that's called inelastic. So for inelastic, that will be the section between y and z. So between y and z, this is called inelastic. And then if your elasticity equal to 1, then it's called unelastic. So the last one over here is equal to 1. So we call this one unelastic between x and z. So x and y. And then to answer the last question over here, true or false, the value of price elasticity of demand is not equal to the slope of the demand curve. This statement is true. So remember, your price elasticity will never equal to the slope of the demand curve. So I'm going to choose true over here. And then let's check our answers. Cross our fingers. Yes and yes. Okay, so we got both answers right. So this is how you do number 4 on chapter 5. So let me know if any questions. Okay, thank you very much.